Okay, good morning. Hello, everyone. Happy Friday. It's Friday. Yes. Okay. I'm always, I don't know, Friday just makes me happy. Does it affect you that way? Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to my live stream today. Welcome to anyone who's popping in live. And if you're watching this on the replay, say hello in the comments, whoever you are. I'm happy to be here with you today. I'm going to paint a little watercolor uh, project. It's a practice, but also results in a great abstract painting that you could possibly frame. So yeah, I am trying a little different camera setup today. So you can see my hands moving in two places. I actually have an upper camera, yeah, there, and I have you in front of me. I'm trying to make it where I can connect with you more. We can see each other in a way, and you can still see what I'm doing. So let me know how this works for you. You can say so in the comments if you can hear me correctly or if there's any kind of echo, because I was having that problem when I was setting up. So I appreciate your help with that. And also, I'd love to hear who you are and where you're from. So welcome, welcome, welcome. Let's get started. So first, I thought I'd chat with you a little bit about what I'm working on. My lovely students and followers voted to have this color palette for the next class that I'm making, and it's not a complicated class. It's a class about creating a color chart. And look at those gorgeous colors. It's so pretty. This is the Ingram Shades of Summer palette. And it's very interesting. It has a different mix of colors than you see sometimes. So that's the palette we're working with for that class, not what I'm working with today. And then, I made a template for the color chart, sneak peek at the color chart. See, if you follow me on YouTube, you get a sneak peek. Okay, that class is not published yet, but it will be soon. So that's what I've been working on separately, behind the scenes, if you want to call it that. I have to set that aside. And yeah, so that's what I'm working on. Today, I'm going to use the Marinescape color palette. And it's one that we played with about 2 weeks ago, I think. And got some gorgeous muted colors with it. And I'm just going to just keep working with getting to know this particular palette by making some color bars. Now, color bars are just what you might think they are. It's just a bar of color, but I'm going to make them a little connected as I go down. So I have this painting, actual painting I could frame in if I like it when I'm done. Excuse me. All right, I've got my 2 jars of water, guys. As you may remember from my live, when I first started doing these a few weeks ago, I am trying to level up my art skills, but I'm also trying to bring something to you that you find helpful. So let me know if you find these helpful, or if you have any suggestions for what you would like to see me try. I'm very happy to listen. Very happy. Now with these Ingram paints, I don't usually spritz them ahead of time. You can, but they re-wet super easy, so I usually don't. Hello, good morning. Good morning. And so I'm just going to just go for here. Like I already have these beautiful muted colors in my palette here, in my dish. So what do I want to start with? I'm going to start with this, but I don't want it to be super vibrant like it is. I'm loving the muted colors you get. So I'll just tap on a little bit of this blue. A little bit, there we go. And I'm just going to start by painting like a bar of color. I'm not going to go all the way across. I'm not going to keep it perfect. None of that. And then I'm going to let these mix somewhat on the paper. Ooh, look at that. Look at that gorgeous gray. I did not expect that. Did you see that? I didn't expect that. Which I bet this color is the one I got. Wow. There we go. I'll just add in. So now we have a nice color bar. I'm just going to put a line of water down right below it and let those colors go out. because that's just going to give us a gorgeous another color bar. Now your bars can be different sizes. They don't all have to be the same. And my paper is curling a little bit. So there's a trick for that, and that is to spritz the back of it. I'm not worried. I'm not making some, I'm not worried about that. So I'm just going to spritz the back of this, and that'll make it lay down flat, spritzing it everywhere. Hello, good morning. How are you? Say hello in the comments as you pop in if you like. I am painting some color bars, which can also, it's a good way to practice, but it's also a way to create a great abstract painting. So yeah, I started with this orange. Now let's do let's do the alizarin. But again, I want it to be not super bright. I want to be kind of muted a little bit. There we go. That's better. A little more muted. Needs more water. Don't want to be too. I'm trying to make it more subtle, right? More subtle. So I'll start with that. So this is the alizarin, and it's mixed with the blue. With this blue. So I'll just, and this is the, oh my goodness, let me get those things out. That is the, I need to make a little, well, I do have a little thing. So I need to make a little color chart. Sorry, I'm knocking things over there. Prussian blue, it's the Prussian blue. There are those colors. By the way, if you stop in the middle, you're gonna get some interesting, you might get some interesting lines. So again, this is a Prussian blue mix, just like the last one. And let's add a little more water. I don't have even water or anything like that. I'm okay with that because I just get some interesting watercolor effects, which I love. I'm going to touch in a few spots here to let that also flow up into that color bar that's above it. Now I want to do a smaller, thinner color bar. I'll get a different brush, one that doesn't hold as much water, that I can make a more thinner line with. Let's see. Some of that water goes straight up into that paint, and I'm leaving a tiny space except where I want it to touch. So it'll be more evident later. I can use gravity to help me out. I want. Yeah, nice. Nice colors. What do you think? Do you like them? I'm enjoying it. Okay, see, now my paper is much more flat. I missed this part. I'm not worried about turning it over because, well, I'm not making a specific picture, if you want to call it that. And it's not really going to move the paints very much anyway. Okay, there we go. All spritz on the back. It should lay a little bit more flat. And this is, by the way, Stonehenge Aqua watercolor paper. It's 140 pound cold press. It's by Legion, and it's gorgeous paper. Okay, I have this raw sienna. Let's start with this time. And again, it's mixed with colors of the palette, so it's more muted. So now I kind of have this raw sienna plus this alizarin. I'll start there. You can make your color bars bigger or smaller or whatever. It's up to you. That's a sort of a brown color, isn't it? I'll go with more alizarin here. And you can see mine are far from perfect and not even. And just going for those neutral muted tones. I could leave some white in there, but I'm not going to. Maybe tiny bit, just a tiny bit of white there. And I have a lot of water in that one, so it's going to probably leave some blooms and things, and I love that. I love it. Okay, let's just whoosh this out. We need some whooshing. My friend Lisa, who paints so many flowers, she loves whooshing stuff too. Lisa, this whoosh is for you. If you watch this. I love her. She's so fun. So fun. Okay. Wow, that's kind of cool. This kind of looks weird up here, though. I want it to be more straight, so I'll just do that. Ooh, this is pretty. This is looking pretty so far. I want to bring in that orange. Bring in that. It's Azo orange, muted. I'll bring it in a little bit here. I feel like I need to balance that out a little bit. In fact, I'll also just do maybe a little color bar here. Need more water. Sometimes I get quiet when I'm painting because I'm painting, and you know the verbal part of your brain goes, "Oh, you don't need me right now. I'll turn off." So anyway, sometimes that happens. That looks kind of cool. That looks like a desert vista right there in the middle of those color bars, don't you think? Yeah, gorgeous. Okay, I'll do raw sienna again, but I'm going to start here. I'm going to make a smaller area. Let those touch. Go back to this because I'm having fun with that mix. So much fun. And I'll add in even more of this blue, so it'll be more the gray color. I really never been that much into muted colors until recently, and now I'm just like, ooh, fun, muted color. Beautiful. They are more natural than the pigment straight out of the tube, you know. Guess what? We need some more let it flow kind of thing going on. We need more. I hope you'll try this and just, just don't worry, don't worry. Just let it happen how it happens on the paper. Let it not be perfect and just enjoy the process. Maybe slow down. I find as I'm doing this, I'm slowing down and relaxing into it. And that's just something that's wonderful about painting is that you can just relax into it. And it gives you just a sense of peace and a sense of joy. And I can't tell if that one's not very straight. My whole line is not very straight. I'm just, as I'm saying, relax and let it be imperfect. I'm like, my line's not straight. That's how it is, right? That's how it is. All right, let's see what is next. Welcome to the stream. If you're just joining, say hello. I'm trying to keep an eye on the comments to my left over here. Well, that's a very neutral color, and I like it. I don't know what color you would call it. What color would you call that? Hmm? What color would you call that? I don't know. It's kind of a purpley brown in a way, a little bit. Let me bring in some of this. That is a dream blue. You can just paint a landscape just like this, by the way. There you go. There's landscape. It's just an abstract landscape. It's awesome. All right. Let's see. I need maybe a little bit stronger color down at the bottom. I want to add some weight. Of course, I could just flip this around, right? I just have this space for one more, I think. Bring in that. I'm gonna make that even more, make a little stronger, but a little more gray. Gray is a very popular color right now in interior design and stuff. Like there's that new color people are calling grage, which is a gray beige. It shifts between the gray and the brown, and it's really cool. And actually, I have a similar. That's what I paint in my kitchen cabinet. So we've been doing that remodel, um, repair kind of thing since the freeze happened. Let's see, do I want this kind or do I want it to be even warmer? I think I'll go for warmer. So I have sort of kind of do an opposite of what I have just above it. That's already dry, so it's not going to run together. And I have, I think, the watermark for the company for the paper right here. So oh, it looks kind of, oops, I touched it. It looks kind of green now. It looks kind of green, which would make sense since you have your, this raw sienna plus a blue, which is kind of a yellowy brown and a blue. Okay, what do you think? I did not splatter at all. Is that even allowed? I don't know if that's even allowed for me to not splatter. Okay, I am almost finished here with this. I think I have to splatter because I haven't done it yet. Look, I splattered water in there. It made little shapes. Let me see. Made a little shape in that palette right there. It makes me happy. I'm going to splatter, you know. I just kind of have to. I'm going to use very light colors though. It's going to just pull this piece together, I think. I just like splatters and splashes. Okay, a lot of water. And it'll make blooms in this area where it's wet. Anywhere it's wet, those splashes will make a bloom. And other places it'll make just a little distinct dot. Let me get a tissue real quick because I want to sort of blot a few of those up. Okay, so I'm going to blot a little bit, and that may pick up a little bit of that paint, but it'll leave a little impression. So where they were up here, see this little light dot? That's where I blotted it up. It's very, and that's more distinct. Watch. Still a dot. It doesn't show up as much, which is kind of what you want in some cases. I want to show it more down here. Splatter and pick up. All right, so we have this gorgeous color bar, and let me see if I had a big piece of white paper, you would see more. You could frame this. So this is great abstract art, right? It's beautiful, gorgeous colors. It reminds you kind of a landscape, or you could take it as just abstract. You could turn it any direction you wanted, right? And frame it. So it's a great exercise for you to try. Anyone can do it, beginner, not beginner, more experienced. Anyone can do it. You saw. It's just taking some colors and deciding where you want to put them and going from there. And it's a great thing to try. So just let me know if you try it. Leave it a comment below and let me know if you try out the color bars and if you like doing them, and if you run into any problems, be sure and ask me your questions because I'll do my best to answer. And thank you for joining me today. Thank you for joining me live, and thank you for joining me for the replay. I really appreciate it. I'll see you real soon. Bye.